The Australian-born Mandarin-speaking actor slash esports professional grew up in Singapore and gained love and support from the locals ever since his debut in Wah Banana when he was just 19 years old. This is Fish, the allegedly favourite Ang Moh in town. So Fish is still a banana boy and he's the first Wah Banana actor to become a dad. And his place is so cool because just look at this. Hope you like animals and kids because it's a zoo inside. He has 3 dogs, 3 cats and 1 baby inside. And I'm convinced it takes someone to ring the doorbell to get them all barking, meowing and crying at the same time. Let's find out.
Hi! Come in. Good morning.
I'm gonna
Go find Mama. Go.
Baby, oh, she wants me. Okay. Hey. Okay, can you get a look from Mama? Say bye-bye to everybody. Bye-bye.
You say bye-bye?
Bye-bye. See you. Let's get to business.
Okay.
How big is this space we're looking at?
So it's about 1,000 square feet when you include the balcony.
Wow, that's really, really big. And how much did you get it for?
We bought the house for about 1.2 million and then we spent about 80,000 on renovations.
Dude, that's a steal in today's time.
Especially for a condo, yes.
Yeah, and you only bought it like last January, so it's pretty recent.
Yes.
Tell us who lives here in your space.
So it's myself, my wife Cherie, Evie, and then we have 3 dogs and 3 cats, as well as occasionally my mum-in-law will come stay.
Why do you have so many pets?
My wife loves animals and I've always loved dogs. I'm super allergic to cats, so I don't know why they are here. But they're all rescues. So while we were living in Shanghai, we slowly rescued and adopted dogs while we were living there. And our last 2 cats, we were fostering them in Singapore. And then the owners, after a year, told us they didn't want to take them back, so we kept them.
Is it a struggle?
It is a little bit difficult. There's quite a lot to do to take care of the animals, but we've done some things to make it a bit easier on us.
Like what?
I think the biggest thing we got was our automatic pet litter box. Instead of us having to clear the cat litter 2-3 times a day with 3 cats, it does it automatically, tidy up just outside from time to time, and then fully clean it once a week.
And what about this? Did you install it yourself?
So we tried to install it ourselves. We got a handyman in to actually drill it to the roof, so it's firmly attached, it can't fall down. We also got our ID to build in pet bowls for our dogs.
How many are there?
There are 3 bowls, so 2 food bowls and 1 water bowl. So originally when we designed the kitchen space, we had a little indent here so that we could put bar stools to sit, but now it's become Evie's toy storage.
Okay, what are some reno tips you would give to people watching this
The first thing would be plan the essentials. The biggest thing for us was the surfaces and finishes of all the materials. We made sure that they were easy to clean, easy to wipe down, really hard to stain, and get a good interior designer. We hired Linny from Wah Banana.
I did not know she was an ID, you know?
And she's a really good ID.
Okay, so I see that she has designed a lot of rounded edges as well.
That's right. So wherever possible, she's incorporated rounded edges into the inbuilt carpentry. So you can really see it where the fridge is. You can see it at the end of the tables here. And this really was in mind of Evie being really young, that we wanted to keep wherever possible as safe as possible for kids. And then we had little sponges that we put onto the sides of anything that didn't have the rounded edges.
I see that, and this is scraped by
Oh, it's destroyed.
cats, I believe. You mentioned you spent $80,000 on renovation. Where did that money go to?
The biggest expenses we had was there used to be a wall here, which we knocked down to have an open kitchen. This used to be the stove. It was a lot of demolition, so anything that the previous tenants had built into the various rooms, we destroyed and took out. And then I think the biggest change that we did beside that was this archway, as well as the doors that we have.
It's nice, the
It is
arch.
nice.
Was it your vision?
No, I don't like curves in
But why
buildings.
do you have so many curves in your house?
My wife asked for them, so I said okay.
What is the biggest challenge that you faced during the renovation?
The biggest challenge for us was because we swapped to Linny as ID so late, we had a very, very tight renovation timeline. Halfway through renovations, the ID team found cockroach nests. We had to stop to get a fumigation team to come in and fumigate the house to kill all of the pests before we could continue renovation.
But well, great that you found that out during your renovation and
Yes.
not only after
Not
staying in the
after
place,
moving.
yeah? So always a good thing. Can we take a look at the baby's room?
Of course, let's go have a look. Come in. So,
Colorful!
yeah, this is Evie's room. We got rid of all of the inbuilt furniture. So nothing is inbuilt in the room. That way, as she grows older, if she wants to change anything, she can change what she wants.
Oh, I realized that this one is actually empty? Like,
Yes.
do they usually have like a net?
No, so
something?
this transforms into a layered bed. So what happens is right now it's on the floor. As Evie gets older, we can flip it, and then her bed will be up here, and it gives her a nice little space to put a desk or play underneath if she wants.
That's genius!
So you can
and
see
I see the
ladders
there.
over at the back.
Will she not fall off?
No.
Not be worried?
No.
And she's okay to sleep on her own?
Yeah, she's okay to sit around. We have a little baby monitor here to monitor her.
Is this Lineage?
This is a Nexon power bar. We installed this room with vision of in the future, this is where all of her power will come from for her devices.
What if she accidentally scratches the wall with like a marker?
So one of the things that we like about the paint that we've done to the house, we got it from Gush, is that it is a very easy to clean, easy to wash paint. And the other thing that we like about the paint a lot is that it does have air purifying technology, which means that with all the pets and animals we have in the house, it does keep it a little bit more fresh with our air purifiers going on at the same time.
Okay, now that we've seen the baby's room, can we see your room?
Of course, let's go. To you. Okay, and this is the master bedroom. Please come in.
Hi! Hello! Hi, Evie! Okay, tell me all about your room.
It's very similar to Evie's room, where all we really did was demolish the inbuilt furniture that was here. The one thing that we wish we could have done that was really expensive to do is move this air conditioner, because our beds over here doesn't get very cold. And then our repair guy came in and said, oh, actually it's fine. It's just that because of where this is, it's not gonna make that cold. So he said, just keep this open and clean the filters regularly and it will keep the room cold, and it does.
What is the favorite part about your bedroom?
My favorite part is not the bedroom. I think none of this is my design choice, right, honey? This is your design choice?
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, Sherry, what is your favorite part about the bedroom?
I think my favorite part about the bedroom, it's a tight bedroom, but we managed to make it work. We managed to put a king-size bed in. We managed to put a big TV in. So I think that makes it cozy.
Well, telling me all of that, they just engaged in a fight. Like, Evie just smacked Sophie's head really, really hard. Does that happen often?
She's trying to pet her, but she doesn't know her strength yet. So yeah, so she's just trying her best right now.
I wanted to ask you though, what are some of the compromises you feel like you've made for this house?
I think one of the biggest compromises I made was the arches in the house. So as you came into the bedroom, you saw the arch in the hallway. I compromised on that because I wanted more arches in the entire house. But Matt doesn't like anything that's curved. He believes that everything has to be right angle. Another thing I think we did a big compromise on is the door frames in the door. So
what about them?
we had them completely removed and replaced because initially we just wanted to do lemonades, but I didn't like the feel and look of the lemonades.
But we happy with this, yeah?
Yeah, but very expensive. Still, Shree forgot to mention that one of her compromises was the taps in our bathroom, which I'm going to show you why I'm very upset with them, but let's go take a look. So these are our bathrooms. This is probably where we did the most extensive renovation. So Shree was adamant to choose all of the faucets in the house, which includes our silly shower, as well as this, my most hated thing in this house.
Why?
Have you figured out how to turn this on yet?
Let me try.
It doesn't work this way.
There's a button.
Yes.
Ah!
That is the softest water pressure possible. So it looks really fancy, but this was the one thing that if I were to change anything, I would have changed this.
Let's go take a look at your man cave, shall we?
Sure.
Wow! Your study looks nothing like a study, Fish.
So I work from home permanently at the moment.
What is your favorite part about this room?
I worked with the IDC at the perfect dimensions to store everything I wanted to
The
store.
files, yeah.
Yep. Down to designing the layout of all of the carpentry on top as well.
You have a lot of Pokemon cards here.
Yes.
Which one is the most valuable at this point?
The most expensive, if I was just to really take the current value, would be the one that's up here.
Can I take it?
Yes, you can. So this is considered one of the holy grails of modern Pokemon cards. It's an Umbreon VMAX in its alternate art, and it's got a perfect grading score of a 10 out of 10 from PSA.
Wow.
Probably retails between $1,000 to $2,000.
Would you ever sell it?
This maybe, because I don't collect modern Pokemon. Instead, I collect more of the older vintage cards, which you can see behind you or in any of the files that are in the shelf.
Yeah, this looks familiar. I used to have a few of these back in primary school.
So those are the older cards from 1999.
How much would this entire room cost? Like in terms of value?
Firstly, everything that's on top of these shelves, most of it is all sealed product. I would say that amounts to about $10,000 to $15,000 worth of sealed products. And then I have my storage collection and my vinyl collections here. I would say that would range between $10,000 to $30,000. So anywhere between $20,000 to $50,000.
Does your wife know your man cave is worth this much?
Yes, and she knows exactly which cars to take if I ever leave her. Don't tell her.
Okay, you mentioned the balcony. Can we see it and why you love it so much?
Yeah, of course, let's go.
So we're now at the balcony, very beautiful space. But before we talk about this, Sherry, I just want to know, what do you think of all the money that Fish has spent on his Pokemon cards?
I mean, there could be worse ways to spend money.
What's your favorite part about this balcony?
Favorite part about the balcony is the space. So we're able to put a dining table here. We're able to put all my plants. Evie wants to come out and play. She has space to play.
So Fish, you're still a banana boy. You've been acting since what, 19?
Yes.
And now you're 30?
30, 11 years.
Oh my gosh, how's that been so far?
I mean, it was fun because early career into entertainment was really focused on acting, hosting, and a lot of esports events. And then now I've kind of transitioned into behind the scenes using what I've learned.
But you're a person who wears many hats, and now you have so many responsibilities. You're a husband, you're a father, you have property, you have so many things to pay for. How's your job right now working out for you financially?
It's going very well. While I was working in entertainment, I was always embedded into a team that helped teach me new skills from time to time. Now I work as a senior social and content manager. Now I have a very stable job, and from time to time I can do some acting when I need to.
Nice! Sherry, I wanted to ask you, do you have any tips for new parents?
Really just go with the flow, because every time you think that you have a plan, it just doesn't go according to the plan. And just being okay if things don't work out the way you want it to. Yeah.
And like what you mentioned, if things don't work out the way you want to, I mean, conflicts are bound to arise, right? How do you guys get past it?
A lot of communication, really, when it comes to any sort of conflict. Talk openly about different parenting styles, how we envision doing things, and then when there is that conflict, find a compromise, which usually means that it's what Cherie wants. I think the two biggest parenting tips that I got that I would pass on is, firstly, only buy things that you absolutely need, because when you have a newborn, people are bound to give you things and eventually it's going to turn out to be the things that you end up using. The other thing was, don't be too harsh on yourself. We've many different people from older generations to younger generations been giving us different types of parenting advice and style. Like, we realize that everyone is a parent for the first time at least once.
Exactly.
And then we're parents for the first time now. We're still learning. We're going to make mistakes. We try to do what we think is going to be the best for Evie and just make sure that she gets the love that she needs.
I think that's evident. I think Evie is a outgoing and lively child, and you know what? Thank you so much for showing me around your home.
Thank you for
And now I got a bunch of honey stars. Thank you. Thank you, Evie.
Can you say thank you, Baba? No?
Can you say
No,
bye-bye?
thank you.
Look at that. Is it bye-bye?
Can you say see you? Bye-bye.